16, 2007, a deranged gunman entered the Virginia Tech campus and committed 2 shootings. In his first shooting, he killed 2 students in a residence hall. Upon the next shooting, he chained the doors of the building and proceeded to kill 25 students, 5 faculty members, and wounded 29 additional students. This day marked a horrific event in the Hokie community and would be remembered for many years to come. Shortly after the tragedy at Virginia Tech, lawmakers began to devise legislation that would ban firearms in order to prevent another catastrophe from reoccurring. It would seem that our efforts to eradicate firearms from civilization has done nothing but hinder innocent people from defending themselves and others. Ideal gunless societies such as Virginia Tech and other college campuses have not proven to be safer, but rather defenseless victims of catastrophe. By allowing and encouraging responsible concealed carry of a firearm on the college campus, tragedies such as Virginia Tech can and will be prevented. Tonight, I want to talk to you about the need for concealed carry on the college campus. Next, I want to talk about the advantages of concealed carry. And finally, I want to talk about some misconceptions of concealed carry. Tragedies such as Virginia Tech can happen anywhere where students are prohibited from defending themselves. Shootings, however, are not the only threat to student safety. According to an article titled "Sexual Assault on the College Campus," published in 2005 by the National Institute of Justice, a campus with 10,000 students could experience 350 occurrences of rape in 1 year. The article goes on to explain that over a 5-year college career, 1 out of every 5 women will fall victim to rape. In addition to rape, many other crimes take place on campus each year. Some crimes include burglaries, robberies, and aggravated assault. And as we've seen, stalking and other things. According to the 2013 National Crime Victims' Rights Week Resource Guide, published in 2013 by the U.S. Department of Justice, the majority of crimes committed amongst college students, such as sex offenses, robberies, burglaries, vehicle thefts, and aggravated assault, occurred on campus as opposed to off campus. So while college is supposed to be a safe environment where students come to grow and have fun and develop themselves, reality is much different. There are real threats, and students must have the ability to defend themselves. So now that we've talked about crime on campus, and I've presented the need for concealed carry, I want to talk about why concealed carry is the best solution. Specifically, I want to talk about the advantages of concealed carry. There are many advantages to carrying a concealed firearm on the college campus, including immediate defense of oneself and others, the secrecy of the weapon, and also a positive correlation between carriers and a decrease in crime. In many instances where personal defense is needed, defense is needed immediately. And as was the case at Virginia Tech, the perpetrator was able to fire many shots before campus police ever arrived on the scene. And as a result, many lives were taken. If one student had been carrying a concealed handgun, he or she could have drawn the weapon, fired back at the perpetrator, and potentially this could have saved many lives. In addition to immediate defense, concealed handguns are just that. They're concealed. In his article, Why I Carry, published on November 19, 2000, Paul Hager talks about the advantages of carrying a concealed handgun. One advantage that he mentions is that the handgun is kept secret from the public. As indicated in a survey that I conducted here at Clemson, not everyone is comfortable around firearms, and that's okay. But by keeping a firearm hidden from the public, a level of discomfort is removed without compromising safety. In addition to immediacy and secrecy, there's also been a positive correlation between carriers and a decrease in violent crime. In his article titled Crime Deterrence and Right to Carry Concealed Handguns by John Lott Jr. and David Mustard, Lott and Mustard examined concealed carry data from 1977 to 1992. In their research, they observed that counties that introduced right to carry laws had a decrease in violent crime. More specifically, murders fell by 8%, rape by 5%, and aggravated assault decreased by 7%. Through this data, they concluded that the more firearm carriers there were, meant the less violent crime there was. So now that we've talked about the need for concealed carry on the college campus and the advantages of concealed carry, I want to finish by talking about some of the misconceptions of concealed carry. One of the biggest misconceptions that I have heard is that concealed carry will increase the amount of shootings that occur. It's believed that If people are allowed to carry a concealed firearm, then they will resort back to the Wild West mentality. So if a dispute breaks out like a fender bender, one citizen might draw his firearm and open up fire on the other citizen. And while this is possible, I do not believe that this occurrence is a result of concealed carry. People illegally carry firearms all the time, and we've all heard of instances in the news in which one individual shoots, injures, or kills another individual, regardless of laws already in place prohibiting firearm use. In reality, evidence suggests that concealed carry is not the cause of shootings and violent crime. An article titled "Common Arguments Against Campus Carry," published in 2011 by the organization Students for Concealed Carry, the misconception of concealed carry leading to an increase in crime is addressed. According to the article, since 2006, students have been allowed to conceal carry at 9 public colleges in Utah. Similarly, concealed carry has been allowed at Colorado State since 2003. And since these laws have been put into place, none of the schools have seen a single resulting incident of gun violence, including threats and suicide, a single gun incident, or single gun threat. Another misconception that I have heard is that firearm carriers are these crazy, deranged people that are just out to kill everybody, and they might snap and just start shooting. Well, in a survey that I conducted here at Clemson, about half of the participants indicated that they have felt unsafe on campus at some point in time. And many of them suggested that they have considered learning to use a firearm as a form of personal defense. You and people like you are the people that would consider carrying concealed firearms. Normal, everyday students who come to school to learn and have fun, but also want to feel safe. Many of these students have handled firearms, and they may even own a firearm for themselves. You might even own a firearm for yourself. They're not crazy, insane people whose sole intent is to harm others. They're people just like you and me. Today, I have talked to you about the need for concealed handguns on the college campus. We talked about the advantages of concealed handguns and 2 of the most common misconceptions. I want to challenge you to explore this topic further for yourself and to see where you stand on the issue of concealed carry. If you've never shot a handgun, I want to challenge you to do that. You might enjoy it. You might find it to be a new hobby. Campus safety can be a major problem, but concealed carry provides a solution. Thank you very much.